It is actually pretty expensive to stay at this hotel. Me and Ricky always try to get at least 2 beds when we're traveling, so we have our own bed. And anytime we pass by it in the morning, it's always super busy. Hi friend, my name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you the first hotel that we stayed at in Japan. Now, I want to share with you a lot of the pros and of course some of the cons. The first hotel that we stayed at is in Tokyo, and we stayed at the Hilton Tokyo for 5 nights and we spent 320,000 Hilton points. First pro is that the hotel has direct access to 2 different stations. So it is really easy for us to go out and about and come back to the hotel, and we didn't really worry about how to get back to the hotel because there's literally 2 stations attached to the hotel. We basically just went down to the lobby. There's a stairs to go to the basement level. We probably walk about, I want to say 8 to 10 minutes to the gate of the station. The next pro about this hotel is that there's actually a Family Mart across from the hotel, and this is especially helpful if we are still hungry after we went out and about in Tokyo. We also utilize the Family Mart to buy a big gallon of water, and of course if we need to maybe have a snack or breakfast for the next day, we can always grab breads, sandwiches, and some of those really delicious onigiris, and it was just really convenient that it is right across the street. Hi friends, Sarah's here, and I'm so sorry to interrupt today's video, but I just want to come on here really quickly to announce that I have a new freebie that you can download today. I have been sharing a lot of my recommendations and tips on how to go about planning your very first trip to Japan, and I created a very simple 12-day Japan itinerary that was inspired from my own trip to Japan. If you want to go check it out, the link will be down in the description box below. And now let's get back to the video. The next pro about this hotel is that they do have an executive lounge, and we were able to get upgraded to the executive level room because of our gold member with Hilton Honors. We ate breakfast probably 2 or 3 mornings out of the 5 that we were there, just because the other 2 we had a really early morning bus scheduled to Mount Fuji, and of course the last day we had to catch our Shinkansen to Kobe. They do have another breakfast spot for anyone who booked a room with breakfast, and it is downstairs in the lobby, and anytime we pass by it in the morning, it's always super busy. The menu at the lounge was really good for breakfast, even though they're about the same every single day, but I do enjoy it, and it is a much quieter space for breakfast. The next pro about this hotel is how spacious the room is. When I was doing my research about hotels in Tokyo, I've seen and heard people talking about how small the room can be, but that is not the case with Hilton Tokyo. The room is really spacious. There's only me and Ricky. We only have 2 luggage and 2 backpacks, but we still have a lot of space to basically roll around and run around. Even when we went back to the hotel after we had some shopping haul, we still have space to put them down on the floor, as well as rearrange our luggage when it's time to check out. Another pro about this hotel is that it is pretty close to Tokyo Station. So if you do need to catch the Shinkansen from Tokyo Station, it is pretty close, pretty convenient to take the taxi to Tokyo Station, especially if you need to catch the Shinkansen early in the morning. The next few pros that I want to talk about the hotel is that there is free Wi-Fi. If you are cheap like me, I actually just utilize my T-Mobile slow data anytime we are out and about in Tokyo. And then when we come back home, that is basically when I check my email, upload some of the highlights of my day on Instagram. And then if I also need to maybe take a screenshot of my ticket for the next day attraction, I can do that as well. Another pro about this hotel is that the staff speak English very well. If you are afraid that the staff can't help you with your questions, don't worry about it at this hotel because most of them, if not all of them, speak English really well. The hotel concierge staff helped me ship my luggage to my Osaka hotel. The staff in the main lobby area helped me hail a taxi and let the taxi driver knows where we needed to go. All of the staff were really nice, really friendly, and very helpful. Last but not least, and I just love this about hotels in Asia, is that there are already amenities in your room and you do not need to ask them to bring it up. Things like lotion, shampoo, body wash, conditioners are already in your room. There's also toothbrushes, toothpaste, I want to say a razor, shaving cream, hairbrushes. In our room, there is an espresso machine in there. There's of course the pot. There's also a complete tea set if you want to have tea in your room. And I would love to go back and stay here the next time you are in Japan. And if you're looking for a hotel in Tokyo and you do have a lot of Hilton points, I can highly recommend this hotel for you. This is the last night that we have at this hotel and I completely forgot to film it. But anyways, we are staying at Hilton Tokyo and this is our twin bed executive room, I believe, on the 35th floor. Please excuse the mess, but we have 2 beds. Like I always say, me and Ricky always try to get at least 2 beds when we're traveling, so we have our own bed. And then there is a little table there. There is a chair, our luggage. There's also a pretty nice and spacious desk in case you need to work during your vacation, which you shouldn't. And then there's also a big TV here, but all of the channels are in Japanese, maybe only like a few in English. And then there's also this little cabinet and it has an espresso machine. There's also an espresso pots here. They have like some tea sets with teas and coffee, I believe, in those boxes. And then in here there is the kettle for hot water and some cups in here. And then there's also a fridge here. Let me check if we have anything in there. We don't, but in case you bring any like little cold snacks home to your hotel, you can keep it in there. And then there is of course a big floor length mirror for you to check yourself out if you want to. This is the closet. I'm gonna open half of it, but we have some clothes in there. There's also a safe down here. And honestly, I just love how they have a shoe horn here so you can put your shoes pretty easily. And then they also do a shoe shine service complimentary during the day. So if you put your shoes in here, they will shine it for you. And again, there's just so much closet space. There's also space up here where you can put, you know, more stuff if you need to. And then there's also this little area where you can also just drop off all of your backpacks, shoes, whatever you need in there. I feel like this might be also a place where you can sit and put your shoes on if you want to. And that's the door. And this is the bathroom. We have one sink, an amazing Japanese toilet, of course, and also a big shower. There's actually a shower head and like the rain shower thing up there. All of the, you know, toiletry stuff like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, as well as lotion and like hand soap are already in there, so you don't have to bring it. So now let's talk about the cons of this hotel. It was actually kind of hard for me to come up with a few cons just because I really love our experience at the hotel, and this is just me being really nitpicky. So the first con is that it is actually pretty expensive to stay at this hotel. I used 320,000 Hilton points to stay for 5 nights, and I already even utilized the 5th night free program with Hilton. So if you book your 5-night stays with points, your 5th night technically free, and you only spend points for 4 nights. So that means I spent 80,000 points per night with the 5th night being free. To be honest with you, that is a lot of points, but it also kind of balanced out with how amazing our experience was, and I would definitely stay here again. I just have to save up my Hilton points starting now. Before moving on to the next thing in the video, I just want to interrupt this video really quickly just to invite you to subscribe to my channel. I think 98% of you who are watching my video is not a subscriber, and I would love it for you to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my future videos about Japan, about cruising, travel hacking, and so much more. I hope to see you on the next one, and now let's get back to the video. The next con that I have, and like I said, this is just me being really nitpicky, and that is the TV. The TV is pretty outdated, and I know most people probably don't watch TV when they're on vacation, but I still do, especially at night when I am winding down, trying to get some sleep and just rest from a very busy day. Some of the other hotels that we stayed at actually has the capabilities of us streaming from our phone, but the TV at this hotel does not have that capabilities, and the channels are also only in Japanese. So unless you speak really fluent Japanese and can understand Japanese, I don't think there's anything that you can watch on TV. The next con that I can think of is that it is really close to office buildings. If you Google where Hilton Tokyo is, it is actually on the side of Shinjuku, where there's more office buildings instead of like restaurants and shops and stores and stuff like that. So in the morning when we are trying to take the train, there are just a lot of people in their suit and blazers trying to get to their work. And in the morning, and of course late at night when people are leaving to go home or to go out, there's just a lot of people around the station. Hopefully this is helpful for you, especially if you are planning your very first trip to Japan. Let me know if you have any questions about the hotels that we stayed at, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!